I'd like to extend my deepest sympathies to the Mazenod staff, students, families and the extended community of Old Boys at the passing of Father Don Hughes, founding rector of Mazenod College and current member of the community there at Mazenod College. Father Don's death really marks a particular moment in history, the end of a connection with the very foundation of the college there in Western Australia. On the one hand, it marks a sad occasion, but on the other hand, we celebrate the life of a person who gave so much to the building of the community of Mazenod College. We hope and pray with confidence that he now shares the gift of eternal life with God, which he deserves and which he truly believed. Whenever I saw Don around the college, it reminded me of the importance of presence and of witness. I know that while he may not have been able to do a lot in his last few years, Father Don's presence was in itself a living gospel and a window to the oblate charism. More than once I heard students and staff reflect on how it was great to have him present there, watching sport and participating in the life of the college, and I know he will be greatly missed. Father Don was my rector when I first joined the Oblate Seminary and started my studies to be a priest. He would always remind us of one of his favourite quotes from St. Eugene de Mazenod, which was, "I have no use for smouldering wicks in this society. I want you to burn, to give heat, to give light, or to get out." He had a particular emphasis on getting out. I'm not sure if he was hinting something. I'd like to acknowledge Father Don's exemplary service to the Australian province and to the Australian Church, always burning, always giving light, and always giving heat. Father Don was a generous man who was available to do whatever was asked of him throughout his priestly ministry, which in 63 years he was a preacher of missions, he worked in parish ministry, he helped out the formation of Oblate priests, he was the rector of the Diocesan Seminary in Perth, and he made a massive contribution to Catholic education. As you look around the school today and you see the facilities, it's easy to forget that it certainly wasn't like that 50 years ago when he founded the college. What courage it must have taken a young man with very few resources to found a school. I'm really glad that he not only had the opportunity to see what his hard work and vision created, but he also had the opportunity to enjoy it in these last years of his life. An important thing to reflect on about Father Don's life is the fact that in his 62 years of priesthood, he lived through a time of unprecedented change through Vatican II, and in more recent times, the scandal of the Royal Commission and the focus on the Church's failure to care for children. Yet he never gave up, he never got out, while many others did. In the midst of massive change and institutional failures, he knew what was important. That was his relationship with Christ and his faithful service. And that's what people saw, and that's what you saw. My invitation to you as individuals and as a community is to embrace the opportunities presented at Mazenod College and be available and open to the opportunities and honour Father Don's memory by doing the best you possibly can in all that you do, and wherever possible contribute to the Mazenod community as students, as staff, as families, and eventually as old boys. I'd like to sincerely thank you for the way in which you cared for Father Don as a community in his final years. While the funeral and the main celebrations will take place in Fremantle this week, it is our intention that in a few months' time, when travel restrictions are lifted, that we'll have a celebration at Mazenod College. We'll invite Don Hughes' family, along with a number of oblates who are stranded here in the east, in particular the past rectors. It will be a moment of celebration where we can invite old boys and the extended family and wider community of Mazenod WA, and we can mark the life of this significant person, Father Don Hughes, in the life of the college in an appropriate way. So until that time, I assure you of my prayers, the prayers of the many oblates throughout the province and the extended de Mazenod family that you're part of. And until we can meet and in person and I'm with you, I wish you all the best in this difficult and sad time and assure you of my prayers. God bless.